We happened to be the fortunate one to come in a train that had a window. We could see outside. And my aunt recognizes that this is not a good place. She said, I have a piece of chocolate, we have to eat it now. And she broke off a little piece of chocolate and we ate it. She recognized if we don't eat it now, it's too late. And I was wondering then how often people stopping there just took out some food because they were so afraid of the future for good reason. For good reason.
We're going to the Auschwitz-Birkenau. It's January 28th. Yesterday was the day of the liberation, 75 years ago. I was in Auschwitz originally, and all the evil, all the torment happened to me at that point. And it practically never left my life, never left my thoughts. Transport toward Auschwitz gave me sleepless nights for years and years, to a point that I needed professional help. I had learned from an earlier experience when I took my family to Mauthausen, the concentration camp in Austria where I was liberated, and once I faced it, that my nightmares had diminished about Mauthausen. It sort of put a little like closure, and it became less fearful once I had been there. I wanted the same thing to Auschwitz.
The minute that the train stopped, it was total chaos. Total chaos. The yelling, the screaming, the dogs, raus, 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 yelling, screaming. And you leave everything on the train. Everything. They tell you to divide. Men and women divide right then and there. And it's more tense than what you have right now, dispersed already here. Close together. Kids and everything. Families are separated right there. And you don't have any big scenes there. You say goodbye or anything like this. Forget that. You separate, move, move. Here starts where you lose your identity. You go in and you get undressed. Well, I'm 15 years old. I've never undressed in front of a man. So now I have to get totally undressed. And the SS is all over the place. And sneering. So the next stop, I can't believe it. They're shaving our hair. We no longer had anything that belonged to us. Sing along here. The purpose of Auschwitz was the holding place to send people to a slaughterhouse. There were 474 Jewish people in the beginning. 7 people survived. The 7 people were all women, and I am the only school child that survived. None of the boys, none of the men returned to Bonn. Speak of guilt on my part. Our rail car approached the entrance. Men in uniform were working along these tracks. My aunt seemed to realize our destination and predicament, and with urgency told us that she had a very small piece of chocolate, and with her saying, "Let us eat it now, let us share it, share it." She took it out and she gave a piece of chocolate to each one of us. Why don't you do that? Take a piece of chocolate and hold it. This was our last thing, to eat something togetherness. It was our very, very last sweet thing that we could share, because before the next hour was up, she was gone for us forever. We are going to eat this chocolate right now. We want to think of her and the many other people who probably realized this might be the very last they can do for whoever is with them. All I remember is the chocolate and her face right here in horror that she had to walk over there. Nobody should ever part like this. Nobody.
She has made it a life mission to make sure that her story and her family's story is heard and not forgotten. And she does that by speaking to thousands and thousands of kids. And by speaking to them, she's a real human, and she's putting her face on the story to make it memorable for them.
It has to be told. I mean, this is history. We don't want generations to read about this and say, oh, this never happened.
They have to know the history. They have to learn from it. They have to use this as an example. If they don't know what is right or wrong, they will go the wrong way. And that's not what we want. We want them to be good citizens. I've made a promise. I will speak in memory of my parents as long as I can, as long as I'm able to. When I started to speak, I felt this is the right way to go. I can do something positive with all the losses that I personally had, that my people had, and my community had. I feel terrible about that, having lost so many people. When my time comes and I close my eyes, I want to be able to think, I did the best I could. It was probably not enough. Nobody does anything enough. But I think I tried. I did what I could.